What are the costs to sell a home in Vancouver and Camas, Washington? Today, we're breaking it all down. Hey, welcome back to the Living in Vancouver and Camas, Washington YouTube channel. I'm your host, Hannah Dubyne, and I'm thankful you're here today, and I'm excited you're here today because we're talking about what it costs to sell a home in Clark County. If you're considering selling soon or maybe in the next few years, you're probably wondering, what is it going to cost me in fees and, all of these things that I have to go through? Selling a home seems so complicated, that which it is. Well, I'm going to break it down for you line by line today. We serve about 50 clients a year here in Clark County, so we know how it goes. By the way, sign up for our Weekend Happenings with Hannah email list down below. We'll have the link. We send out the best 3 to 5 local events happening every single weekend, and we send out new listings, open houses, and other fun things. All right, let's break down the selling of a home and what it's gonna cost you to sell. So I have 6 main buckets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yes, 6 main buckets for you of costs when you sell your home. Keep in mind, if you're watching this in another area, cost to sell might be different in another area. I'm specifically talking about Clark County. The first thing you need to consider when you sell your home is preparation costs. Preparation costs can vary a lot. We have prepared homes for as little as, $2,000, $1,000, all the way up to, heck, there's been some renovations done, borderline $100,000. It very much depends on your situation. If you're gonna do preparation to your home, which pretty much everyone is, the most important thing is that you're getting ROI on what you're doing, that it's making an impact. You're not gonna spend $1 and only get $1 back. And you're definitely not gonna spend $1 and only get 75 cents back. That would be bad. We want you to spend $1 and get $1.25, or even better, spend $1, get $2. If you haven't already, go watch our top 10 ROIs video. We break down some of the best things I see that return on value here in Clark County, and maybe that'll be helpful to you. Preparation costs are usually more of an upfront cost. When you have a contractor come in and do service, they want to get paid for their work when they do it. I think that's totally appropriate. I have connections with contractors here, some who will pay out of escrow, and so you can pay them when you close on your home. You can pay them with the equity of their home. Sometimes that program might cost a little bit more, but we do have connections for our seller clients like that. And I also have other programs that kind of bundle all the work together, and they act as a general contractor, and then you pay that whole amount at closing as well. So if you're interested in that, reach out. We're happy to get you more details. The next cost on the list is recording fees. Recording fees are going to be reflected on your settlement statement when you go to sign at the closing company, the final signing, and you see what you're going to net out of the home. Recording fees are set by the county, and this is basically the cost for them to do your transaction and transfer the ownership. They are not negotiable. They are what they are. They're the same for everyone. Right now, they're in the couple $100 range. I wouldn't be surprised if they break $1,000 or into the $1,000 range in the next few years. The next cost when you're selling your home is professional representation, aka realtor. That's me. You don't have to hire a realtor to sell your home. You definitely don't. And there are some people that sell homes without realtors every single year. I forget what the stat is off the top of my head. It's less than 5%. I'll stand on my soapbox and talk about it for a little bit here because this is what I do for a living, and it's a really important role. Selling a home is a big deal. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of moving parts, a lot of little things and big things that come together. And it's easy to look at the final product of a listing and say, gosh, that was so easy. They sold it in one day. Well, you didn't see all the prep work that went into it. You didn't see all the years of experience, marketing, negotiating, expertise, etc. The cost you're gonna pay for professional representation for a realtor vary a lot. There is no one set fee. If anyone's telling you that, they're lying. It is not true. We're not talking behind the scenes going, oh yeah, let's all charge the same thing. I know realtors who charge $1,000 for a listing, and I know realtors who charge 7%. It's all across the board. I'll tell you that we fall more in the middle of that range. I think we have, a very fair fee that we charge our clients for what we deliver to them. I would say majority of realtors are probably in that 5 to 6% range. And it really just depends on who you're hiring. Please do not hire just based off of the cost. Please do not do that. The person you hire, the team you hire, very greatly impacts how your experience goes, how smooth it is, and what you get out of the home. I mean, I see it firsthand every day. I am a strong negotiator. I'm a strong marketer. I know how to steamroll over other realtors and get more money out of them. I know how to take advantage of opportunities. And sometimes paying a premium for a great realtor is really, really worth it. I think you need your core 4 advisors in life if you're going to be at a high level. You know, it would be your financial advisor, your CPA, your lawyer, and your realtor. Unfortunately, there's a lot of realtors out there, the last one, who just aren't good at what they do. The barrier to entry is too low. And that's not us. We're more than full-time. We serve 50 clients a year. We're top 3 right now in Clark County for clients represented. So we do a great job. And I see myself as a professional advisor in that core 4. One thing that I forgot to add to the professional representation piece of that was usually part of that commission that you negotiate with your listing agent is a buyer agent representation fee. And this is something that has been commonplace in the market for the last 40-ish years, where the listing agent shares part of their commission with the buyer's agent. And it has resulted in the most effective marketplace in the entire world. We sell houses quicker and with less pain than a lot of other markets. A lot of other markets, it takes a really, really long time to find buyers because they don't have a central place for them to come. They don't have a way of reaching all of these buyers like we do with the MLS. There are lawsuits out in the world right now going on about buyer agent compensation, and they're not settled yet, so we don't know exactly what's going to happen. But what I will say is that a great buyer's agent plays an important role in getting to the finish line. And when you compensate a buyer's agent, you're gonna make your home available to the most amount of agents, the most amount of clients, and that's what you want to drive your price up. So if you want to talk about it offline, feel free to contact us if you're thinking about selling. Text us, DM us, send us an email, and we'll chat. The next cost you need to consider when you sell your home is excise tax. Excise tax is a Washington state thing, and there are other states that have this, but not every state does. Excise tax might also be known as a transfer tax in other states. I'm gonna put up the graph or the chart right here that shows the excise tax schedule right now. I've got it in front of me, so I'm looking at it here. It's 1.6% if the sales price is up to $525. And then after that, for anything above $525, it's gonna be taxed at 1.78%, all the way up to 1.525 million. And then once you pass the 1.525 million mark, you're at 3.25%. And that goes all the way up to just over $3 million. There are very few sales here over $3 million, so it's unlikely you would ever be in the 4th category. But if you are a seller in that range, then you're gonna pay 3.5% on anything over 3.025 in your sales price. So expect to write that check to the state for that excise tax. There is no getting around it. There is no loophole. There is no special circumstances. If you sell, you have to pay excise tax. So please consider that. Next bucket of costs we need to talk about is your mortgage payoff or any liens you have. I wouldn't necessarily consider this a fee because, and most of you, if you have a mortgage, you already know it needs to be paid off when you sell the home. This is not an option when you sell your home. The mortgage has to be paid off, and escrow will order this for you. And we love escrow for doing that. They do so many important things. I'll talk about them next. If you have a second position loan, some sort of HELOC, if you have a lien on the home, maybe a mechanic's lien from someone that did work in your home, other types of liens that municipalities put on your home, they're gonna have to be paid off here. There's no way around it. In Washington, we don't have a lot of first-time buyer programs, but that Washington down payment bond is one of them. And it's basically a second loan with, it either has no or minimal interest, and you have to pay it off when you sell the home. The next fee you are gonna pay is an escrow cost. Escrow is extremely important in the transaction. It's gonna be around, depends on the price of your home because it's on a graduated scale, and I don't have their current list of prices, but I'm gonna say it's around $1,000 to $2,000 per side. And that escrow cost is split 50-50. So the buyer pays half, the seller pays half. Your half as a seller is probably gonna come in around $1,000 to $2,000. Escrow does literally so many things. They get documents, they communicate with everyone, they help us close, they get the money, they get the earnest money check from the buyer. They are very, very important. There is no way to do a legit transaction without an escrow company. You need an escrow company. Last big cost when you sell your home is capital gains. If you have lived in your home as a primary residence 2 of the last 5 years, then you get to claim capital gains tax exemption. This is not for rentals, this is just your primary home. If you are single, then it can be up to $250,000. And if you're married, then it can be up to $500,000. So anything above that, you're gonna have to pay capital gains on. I'm not a tax professional, so I'd say consult your accountant on this. It's not really one that's easy to get out of, but I think there are ways to get creative and kind of offset it on your taxes. But please do account for capital gains. When I go to sellers' homes, we usually make them a net sheet where we list out all of these estimated costs, and they can know from the get-go what they're gonna walk away with for proceeds for their next home or their next chapter in life. So if that's something you're interested in, or you wanna know the value of your home, reach out to myself and my team at Dubyne Realty Group. We'd love to serve you here in Clark County. You can text us, email us, DM us on Instagram. We thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye.